Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Office Lovers along Akihito Hyoga's route. We are on Chapter 2, Possessiveness. And I'm really surprised that he moved as fast as he did because I thought he would just be kind of, maybe a little bit oblivious for a while and then suddenly he would realize and whatever. But nope, he kissed us already in the very first episode, which is cool with me. And I think he has an ex that's going to be bugging us in here, because he seemed to be running away from a girl in the last chapter. But we shall see. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I was eating lunch by myself when... Excuse me. Huh? Dirili, are you okay? Water. Drink some water. After Ken had exploded into the room, I nearly choked in shock. You just scared the crap out of me, that's all. What's up? I actually just wanted to confirm with you about some stuff about the eyeshadow. Confirm what? How many colors you were planning on having. The gloss and the pouch have already been decided, but not the eyeshadow. That's right. We still haven't discussed what color it should be yet. Is there a problem? The higher-ups want to decide what the color concept is today, it seems. Sorry, I have to talk with Mr. Hyoga before I can say anything. Fair enough. Alright then, I'll come by and check later today. Sorry for interrupting your lunch. Ken left and headed back to his desk.
We should have decided on the number of colors. Without it, we can't form the budget.
Sorry, I didn't expect to be asked for so many details this early in the process.
You don't need to apologize. There's a lot riding on this. I should have come up with some ideas. It's my mistake.
Wow, how did Mr. Hyoga make such a mistake? Who wrote this route? I don't think he's written properly. He's usually on top of things in everybody else's routes. Mr. Hyoga, am I distracting him too much? Is that what it is?
10 minutes left until lunch is over. Let's start seeing what we can do. Do you have time?
Of course.
Good. Let's move to the conference room.
Are we going to get harassed in the conference room by him instead of Mr. Kaido? 4 colors. It's probably better to have more color options, isn't it?
Depending on where you use them and the colors you put on, it totally changes the effect.
I see. So 4 colors and only 2 patterns? Kind of ordinary, don't you think?
You're awfully forward. It's our job to make the ordinary extraordinary.
Well, we have to make this a palette, right?
What do you mean?
For example, putting a cream type of eyeshadow into a paint tube. Then you can put it on a palette and make any kind of colors you want, even basics.
Let's think about that next after we're decided on this.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, that passion is important, especially on a project like this.
He's such a mysterious person. It's relieving to be asked to do something in this way. I feel even more motivated now. It feels kind of strange, actually. All I want to do now is blow his socks off with some amazing idea. I wonder why. That evening, the project teams were called into a meeting.
Hey, wait a second. This is so out of left field. I can't keep up with this. An eyeshadow color you can mix, huh? The pouch size can already accommodate the palette. We know that much.
But nothing's decided yet. We're going to research further.
I thought this was the meeting to decide what colors we were using.
I felt that we had to discuss just how many colors we were going to use.
It certainly is an interesting idea. Mr. Saijo, you can't be serious. I'm completely against this idea.
Ken? I was surprised that it was Ken of all people to show reluctance to do this.
An amateur can't properly mix a cream color eyeshadow. It's too hard.
That's true, but if we include instructions, they should be able to...
And what if it makes a weird color? It could ruin the image of the whole product.
That may be true, but... I want to try it. I still want to try it.
Dirili. Making something special like this involves risks.
No, I want to do it. I want to try.
Resilient, aren't you? Well, if you're that serious about it.
I am.
Fine. If you want to try it that bad, let's look into it. Right here, right now.
Here? Now?
Yeah. Then you'll understand just how difficult what you're asking for is. It's fine. Besides, it's all just a learning experience.
Huh? So...
Yeah, it's fine. Everything is just a learning experience, right?
Mr. Hyoga put his hand on my shoulder and smiled. This feels really sinister. I have a bad feeling about this. Why is everyone smiling about trying this out? What's going to happen? No, absolutely not. Mahiro and Ken pinned me against the wall. Okay, now I'm just scared.
You're the one who wanted this.
This is the color you made. What? I made a color? Ken held the tube of eyeshadow I had mixed and made in his hand. It was definitely far from a pretty color. I told you, didn't I? It's hard for an amateur. You did. He's going to put that weird color on my eye if I don't do something. I told you. It's going to be hard for consumers to make it themselves. He put the eyeshadow cream I had made on the table and put his hands on his hips. You're right. I get it now.
Even still, it's an amazing color. What did you mix exactly?
I was pretty shocked at this monstrosity too.
Well, that's what happens when you randomly mix colors.
Mr. Hyoga, he had pushed for this idea too. Why wasn't he supporting me on this? Well, he didn't push for it, he just... Actually, it kind of seemed like he wanted to see how I was humiliated here.
Ken, you're the pro here. What if you were to mix these colors? How would it look?
Yeah, I want to see a pro do it.
I'm on the planning side. I can't do what you do. Let me see it done well.
Well, if it were me... Ken took the cream into his hand and began to mix. Wow! It's like I'm watching someone perform magic or something. I saw a shimmering light orange color bloom before my eyes. So, this is what a professional looks like. How's this?
Oh, I'd say it's rather wonderful, actually.
But in order to get a pretty color like this, you need skills and know how to do it. Yeah, I see that now. I looked between what I had made and Ken's. I fully comprehended the power of a pro. It's too reckless to put that kind of power into an amateur's hands. I'm going to have to give up on this, but just as I thought that...
And this whole experiment was based on already available products.
Huh? What exactly are you trying to say?
We're all professionals here. I'm one too. Or did you all forget that I'm a development pro? Can't we just make colors that when mixed, even an amateur can't muck up? Are you suggesting we go back and figure out how much it would be to develop new colors? There are already plenty of women who can mix a 4-color palette. We just make it easier. But with a tube kind of shadow, it's hard to make a color. What if you mess up the amount?
But that's exactly why it's worth trying with such a special project like this.
She's right.
Mr. Hyoga.
This project doesn't need ideas that have already been used. Wouldn't you agree?
Can't argue with that. Well, not with Mr. Hyoga anyway. With Mr. Hyoga's voice, I felt the whole atmosphere of the room change.
Okay. You guys just keep on doing what you do. Let's bet on your creative prowess. So, that's what your decision is? Let's leave it to our creativity? Yes. A princess of a candy kingdom. A fabulous color you can make for yourself. Maybe it isn't half bad. So then, it's decided. We're going with Mr. Hyoga's team's theme and design.
Mr. Hyoga, we did it! They chose ours!
I knew they would. There's no way they wouldn't.
Mr. Hyoga, even looking at his profile like this, I can still tell that he's happy. Excuse me, there's just one thing I'd like to discuss. What is it, Ken? Oh, nothing serious. It really has nothing to do with the job, actually. It's my hobby. Would you mind if I test the eyeshadow on you, Dirili? Huh?
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. We did go to all the trouble of making it. It'd be a shame to waste it.
Mr. Saijo, you too?
Who cares? Do whatever you want. I'm going back to work. Okay then. When you've got the next meeting scheduled, let me know.
Mr. Otore and Mr. Kaido exited the conference room. Please ask Mr. Hyoga. Ask Mr. Hyoga. Ask Mr. Hyoga? He's my superior. If we're going to do this during work hours, you have to ask him.
I'll allow it.
Really? Are you sure that's okay?
There's no real reason not to allow it.
Time? Alright. I'll do it, I guess. Awesome. Let's get down to business. Ken immediately whipped out a hairpin and pinned my bangs back. It had begun.
You know, I think this is the first time I've seen something like this done before. Yeah, it's like getting a backstage pass to the secret life of women.
Why are you guys both blushing watching this? Why are you all staring at me like that?
It'll help us with product development. It's important for us to watch this.
Really? Mr. Hyoga, he's so close. I opened my eyes a bit and felt his presence near me. I can't help remembering that time.
You can open your eyes.
Okay. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself staring back at my brightened face. Wow, I didn't think I would change this much.
It's because you were already beautiful. I made those colors based on you.
Huh?
You look really adorable, Dirili. Can't say I'm too surprised, though.
As he said this, I suddenly found his arms around me in a hug. Hey, Ken! After he finished testing the makeup on me, he wrapped me up in a hug.
I knew it. It's absolutely brilliant on you. You're adorable.
Okay, down boy. He just has a really high level of communication skills, I think.
This is what you call a high level of communication? What is up with him? Mr. Hyoga would usually be throwing a retort about now.
Get a hold of yourselves.
With those words, he left the room. Oh.
Okay, can I ask you for one more favor? We've come this far. Let's give you the works.
Really? You sure? I mean, we're doing this on borrowed time after all.
For some reason, I felt like I had to go back with Mr. Hyoga right away. Sorry, I have to head back.
We can't? Damn. Well then, how about just the gloss? That's okay, right?
I'm really sorry. I felt terrible for Ken, but I was so concerned with Mr. Hyoga. I stood up, gave a short apologetic bow to everyone and left. Was he jealous? Leaving the room, I headed straight for Mr. Hyoga's desk. However... Oh, Mr. Hyoga! He's not here at the moment. Oh, I see. I didn't hear of him having plans for outside the office today. Where did he go?
Dirili, you're still here?
Oh, Mahiro. Why are you here so late? I looked at the clock and found it well past leaving time. Now that I think of it, I did hear a few people say goodbye to me. Yikes, I was out of it. I guess I really got involved with work today.
Well, I admire your enthusiasm, but you're going to get ill. What have you been doing?
Well, just studying up on colors.
Makes sense. Seeing your sense in color action today was pretty alarming.
Yeah, which is why I'm here studying, trying to make sure I don't repeat today's events.
Well, good work today. But come on, let's get out of here. Maybe we can get some food.
Right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's rare for us to be the last one standing. It'll be a college mini reunion.
But there's still more I want to study. I want to look over today's meeting notes and get my thoughts organized a bit. Sorry, but I still have work to do.
At this hour? But everyone's gone home.
Well, yes, but...
Sorry to burst your bubble, but she isn't the only one who's decided to stay behind.
Huh? I turned around to find...
Oh, Mr. Hyoga.
You're still here.
What's with that face? Is my being here interrupting something?
No, you weren't. It wasn't like that.
There's no way I would ever leave before my staff. I see. So now you're the one who's officially in charge of Dirili then.
Mr. Hyoga, did you need something?
That's my line.
Huh?
You came by earlier. I think we must have just missed each other. What did you want?
Oh no, it's really nothing serious.
Is it okay if she leaves for the day? It's already pretty late. Sure, I don't see the problem. Alright then, let's go get some food. I'm starved. What? We were talking about going to grab a bite to eat after this.
About that, I actually probably...
That's right, Dirili. Have you got the materials for tomorrow ready yet?
Huh? The materials for tomorrow? What materials? I had no idea what he was referring to. Materials?
You don't have them yet.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Hyoga, look how late it is. Can't you do it tomorrow? This is our team's problem.
I think he's making this up so I can be alone with him.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Mahiro, I'm really sorry, but I can't leave right now.
Fine. We'll have dinner another time then.
Yeah, next time we have the chance.
Goodbye, Mr. Hyoga. See you.
Mahiro gave a short wave goodbye and headed for the elevators.
Did you want to go with him?
I I wanted to work more. Not really. I wanted to finish up some work, actually.
Thought you might say that. Good answer.
Mr. Hyoga? Why is he smiling like that? About those materials for tomorrow. What are they? I don't remember.
I sent you an email this evening. You haven't looked at it yet?
Apparently not. I'm sorry, I haven't. I'll check it right now. If an email came, my computer should have notified me. How could I have missed it? Rushed, I turned back to my computer. Just then. Mr. Hyoga? As I sat down, I felt them come up behind me. It was a trick.
What's wrong? You're blushing.
What? His words were whispered into my ear. He was so close, I didn't know what to say.
Don't move.
He pulled out the makeup remover he had handed me before, and he began to carefully remove my makeup. Hey, what are you doing?
Shut up. It's fine.
He put a finger to my mouth. What is going on here? He removed all my makeup in no time. What is this?
The materials I need by tomorrow.
Huh?
The higher-ups have been pestering me about getting some color samples.
Alright, so then what did that have to do with removing my makeup?
This and this. Oh, and this too.
He suddenly pulled out eyeshadow from who knows where and put them on my cheek.
We're done here. This'll be the first color maze.
Wait a minute, we have to do pre-surveys and...
Are you blind? We just did. On your face.
But why just on my skin? We need to go around and ask women their opinions.
No, seeing if it looks good on you is enough.
What is going on here? We need to base the color off more of a well-rounded normal woman.
I make what I want to make. I believe it's the quickest way to a good-selling product. And as long as it looks good on you, that's good enough for me.
That's the first time I've seen Mr. Hyoga blush so far, I think. Pretty sure I've never seen him blush in another route. Mr. Hyoga.
Alright, you done with those materials? Let's get going.
Why me?
What do you mean, why me?
Why did you use me for the base?
Why indeed?
Suddenly, the world went black. There could be only one reason why. Why did he kiss me so suddenly? His lips pushed against mine. His face had blocked out the outside world. I couldn't understand what was happening. But I knew this feeling, and it was all I could think about. Mr. Hyoga, stop! What if someone comes?
Who would show up at a time like this?
But someone might come back from sales.
Then, we'll put on a nice show for them.
What are you... He pressed his lips against mine. He parted my lips and began to prod inside.
Don't bite, okay?
Confused by his actions, my mind had gone blank. His tongue found its way into my mouth and began to gently explore.
Fine.
Huh? He suddenly pulled himself off me.
Don't act like you want it. It was your idea to stop.
He was enjoying this. His smile was proof enough of that.
What? You want more, don't you?
No, I would never... And we weren't allowed to date within this project anyway.
A kiss doesn't mean we're dating. It most certainly doesn't mean love.
A kiss does mean love, although it doesn't, but... I mean, in reality, we all know that's not necessarily true, but... A kiss means more than what you think. It means love.
So, that would mean that we're head over heels in love with each other?
Well, no, but I believe a kiss is based on true love.
My, you are a serious one, aren't you? A kiss is simply a greeting.
In what country? Italy and France?
Will you calm down? Good God, you always fly off the handle.
And whose fault is that?
If you would just calm down and talk, we wouldn't run into these problems.
What? What did I ever do to you?
How long were you planning on wearing his makeup? It's disgusting.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that's why he wiped that makeup off. He didn't like me wearing Ken's creation. Huh?
Let's get out of here. Go get ready.
Huh? Are we going home?
I've done what I needed to do. Hurry up.
He spit his words at me. He picked up his bag and went to the elevator. My makeup? Is he talking about the makeup Ken put on earlier? He didn't like it? My heart is beating so fast, I practically felt it in my ears. I can still feel his lips on mine. Just thinking about the fact that he touched me like that makes them tingle. Why? Why can I still feel it this much? Why? Why am I leaving with Mr. Hyoga? As we walked silently along the dark street, a thought popped into my mind.
Walk any slower and I'm leaving you behind.
He had walked further ahead and suddenly stopped and turned around. Don't worry about me. Sorry. When he stared at me like that, I can't argue with him.
You haven't eaten yet, right? Want to go somewhere?
No, I'm fine.
Are you scared of me?
Huh? I looked up at those words and found him smiling, looking rather happy.
You finally looked at me.
Well, after what you did to me, it's hard to look you in the eyes.
So honest.
Why? Why did you do that?
Don't ask too many questions. It'll only crush you.
And whose fault do you think it is if I do get crushed?
Watch out.
Huh? Suddenly a car whizzed past.
Streets are dangerous at night. Be careful.
I felt his large hands wrap around my back. He protected me from getting hit by that car that passed by. But the way he's holding me... Mr. Hyoga?
Are you hurt?
No. Thank you for doing that. You saved me.
Do you have plans for tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, do you have plans?
No, not really. Why is he asking me about this? What? Do I have to tell my superiors about my private life now too?
No. If you're going to throw a temper tantrum, then don't bother. Let's go.
With that, he immediately released me from his grasp and began to walk away. Being insulted and teased, then saved a second later. But for some reason, I'm happy. What is wrong with me? What are these feelings? A day off, finally! Work was being so hectic with all the meeting and planning, I needed this break. And just as I thought today would be the perfect day to do just that. Leaving the house with no plans. What should I do today?
Dirili, hey!
Mahiro?
What are you doing over here in this neighborhood?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm shopping. What about you? Are you out by yourself?
Well, yeah, actually.
Would you want to get something to eat?
With you?
Yeah. We couldn't eat out the other night, so now's our chance.
Well, it's not like I had any plans today. Sure, alright.
Awesome. Okay, I know this really great place nearby. The omelets are awesome.
I followed Mahiro, and we made our way over to the restaurant. Ever since I entered this new department at work, it's been nothing but new experiences. It's been such a long time since I've had a meal with a boy like this. Wow, it's so crowded.
Sorry, we're going to have to wait about 10 minutes or so. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's wait.
Hooray! I'm telling you, the omelets here are incredible.
They must be. The line is so long. Huh? What the... Just then I spotted someone I felt I had seen before walking along the street. What the... Ah, Mr. Hyoga in plain clothes. He looks good like that. Mr. Hyoga! And... Then I noticed the woman who was walking beside him. And for some reason, I felt like I knew her. That is... Yes, it's gotta be...
What's up?
Gosh, Mahiro, I'm so sorry, but something just suddenly came up. I gotta go.
Hey, wait a second. Dirili.
I gave a second apologetic bow in his direction, then sped off toward the light. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I just felt I have to. I've seen that woman before. As I waited for the light to change, I kept my eyes pinned on him. Is it the woman we saw walking towards him in the last chapter? Well, seems like, Hyoga's got some longer chapters here. So it seems like Hyoga and Saijo have the longer routes. Interesting. Well, we'll see if that continues on, though. But for now, I am heading off to bed at 5:30 in the freaking morning. Alright, well anyway, hope to see you all in my next video or in some of my other ones. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.